All staff members who are going to be working with students here have to go through a pretty extensive training process. We go over a wide range of topics before they even meet with students, like professional boundaries, safety and supervision, gender-specific issues like gender identity issues, just to name a few. And then sometime throughout their training, they also do shadowing, which means that they have to follow around one of our lead mentors and learn from them about the boundaries and expectations. And then within their first month of hire, we get everybody into what we call our PRT training. Focuses primarily on de-escalation techniques, how to help students deep breathe, or how to help students get distracted by something else, while they try to calm down. We have a lot of focus, especially with our clinical team right now, on helping people understand the escalation cycle and de-escalation cycle to identify where in the cycle the student's at and how we can help them de-escalate from that. A lot of times we have to use skills from DBT called tip skills, like giving a student ice to hang on to can be a good grounding technique to help them get over their emotions in the moment. Intense exercise, or like I said, breathing techniques. So all those things are geared towards de-escalating a student once they've gotten to a point of being too escalated to really talk it out. But occasionally students don't respond well to those things for one reason or another, and then they may try to hurt someone, and so we then go into a restraint technique. And the restraint technique's pretty simple. The staff are all trained on it. They learn how to just kind of hold the students' arms behind their backs and just keep them in a standing restraint until they stop trying to hurt someone. And we only do it as long as the student's demonstrating unsafe behavior. And then as soon as they show, they don't even have to necessarily verbally commit to it. They just have to show through their body language that they're not trying to hurt someone anymore. And then we let them go and try to work through the rest of the de-escalation cycle from there. The biggest thing that we're doing nowadays to try to support the other students, one or multiple students are involved in a crisis, is just moving them to different parts of the dorm. We can close some of our hallway doors to kind of reduce the noise. They can go hang out in a community room or a group room, or we can send them outside a little bit, or sometimes we'll take them to the gym or the library. So there's a lot of different places on campus we can use to move students away from where the escalation's happening. Anytime we have to put hands on a student to either escort them from one place to another, or restrain them from hurting someone, or keep them from destroying property in a significant way, all those things get reported multiple ways. We have internal reporting that we do. We also have to report them to the state as being a reportable restraint. We have a lot of different levels of accountability every time we have to go hands-on with a student. We have lots of things we have to do to check to make sure that restraint was justified. We have to report on it. Whenever we submit a state report, or whenever there's a complaint filed with the state, they'll come and investigate us and do more of, again, unannounced, but they do a more in-depth investigation specific to the complaint or the concern. They'll talk with students, and they talk with the students without any of our staff members there. They'll talk with staff members, they'll look at our policies, look at our documentation, make sure everything looks like it's up to code. After all the times that they've talked to students, after all the times they've talked to staff, they have never once come back with us and said that we did an inappropriate restraint, or an inappropriate hold or anything like that. We've always done everything by the book. The nursing staff get informed about every incident that occurs. They always have to do a follow-up injury assessment to check whether anybody got injured during an escalation. And then those reports that go out to our leadership team and that are part of our internal reporting system go directly out to parents. And then parents can then use that to follow up with a member of our team, whether it's the therapist or Eric or whoever, and get more information as they want to.